We're going to share some stories.
Some trade secrets. Who doesn't want to save thousands of dollars or dirhams when they're shopping? The deals we have are incredible.
If you had bought that mini Kelly from us for £8,000, you can sell it today for £20,000. And I was like, what is going on? Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast series. So today we're going to be taking a delve into the reselling world, where we're going to be talking about investment pieces, the resale industry as a whole, and some girl chat. And I have the lovely Eeman with me, who's our sales and marketing manager in Dubai. So we're going to have some really interesting topics that we're going to touch up on, and we're very excited. So Eeman.
Hey.
How are you doing?
No, I'm amazing. I feel like it's really fun to get to talk about this because we're living in it, right? And we're just, our everyday is this whole incredible luxury pre-loved world. And then it's fun that we're going to get to chat about it because I think that it's really important for people to understand the opportunities there are with pre-loved, which we know and we talk about on our live shows, but to get into is really, I think, something special.
I agree 100%. And we're going to share some secrets. We're going to share some stories.
Some trade secrets.
So I'm going to actually start by telling you and everyone how I joined Luxury Promise and how I came into the whole resale world. So I joined Luxury Promise just around 5 years ago. And I do remember the whole journey like as if it was just yesterday. So my background, I did my master's in luxury brand management in London. I started up in the watch resale world, which then led me into Luxury Promise. And it's very funny. I remember when I found Sabrina on Instagram, I was actually out here in Dubai and I just slid in her DMs and I was like, hire me. I want to help you. I want to be part of your team. And at the time it was just her and her sister. So I really was like, pushing, because she was like, yeah, we'll chat. We'll have a chat sometime, Sabrina. And I was like, no, give me a time, give me a date. And so it happened. And it's 5 years now. And I feel like I've watched the company grow. And, it's such an amazing space. We've built the whole live shopping, way of shopping, which I think is just so fascinating. So I think it's just amazing to be part of the journey and to continue into this field where we do. It's not just about the amazing bags we're selling, because I know we are like consumers ourselves and we love everything we see, but also the sustainability, points and in general, the community we've built now. So I think it goes way beyond just the products themselves. So I just think everything happens for a reason. I'm really happy to be here today. And then you joined.
By sliding into your DMs.
By sliding into my DMs. I think it's a thing. Do you think it's a thing?
I'm wondering now that you say that if everyone who we work with slid into someone's DM to get there.
Probably. I think there is something there. But Instagram is great, I guess.
I know. Just to connect people. I remember for me, actually, it was during, I think it was lockdown, when you started doing live shows.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing this oh, this is nice. Because I was always really into pre-loved shopping and the whole concept of finding deals and making investments, because I did look at it in that way. And I feel the more I've been in it, the sooner I wish I'd known it even. But as soon as I got into shopping this way, who doesn't want to save thousands of dollars or dirhams when they're shopping Chanel pieces or Hermes pieces, which is a really, it's the deals we have are
amazing,
incredible. And it's why we love to shop the pieces that we're showcasing on our live shows. But once I got into it, it's kind of become the way I enjoyed shopping and looking for deals, and the whole story of how this was a piece that maybe belonged to someone and now I can carry it, and then maybe one day somebody else will carry it. I think it's a really beautiful, on the point of sustainability you were talking about. But when I started to see your live videos, I had never seen it before. That's something I never saw in the pre-loved world. And
I'm someone just say how cringe was I in the beginning, Eeman?
You were
honest.
Sweet.
Be honest.
You were sweet.
Honestly, the first, sorry to interrupt you, but the first few live shows I did, because I never wanted to be on camera ever. And then it started during lockdown where Sabrina was like, let's do stories, let's push out. And that's when our content really exploded in a way. And I literally had the worst, I was poker face, monotone, hey guys, this is a red bag. shop it. And I was like, so cringe. Like, I'm going to see if we can insert some clips into this just so you see how cringe I was.
I feel like it'll be nice to go back on because I remember that's what I connected with initially. And I think I was intrigued because no one was doing it. And it did seem really kind of like initially it seemed more amateur, just getting into it, starting it. But to see that to how it is now is, I think, fantastic. Like, now, I don't think anyone would have ever imagined that that's how it started. So it would be nice for people to see that. But I feel like I connected with that, and I really appreciated it and enjoyed it, especially because no one ever did that, and that like thrilled me. Like, I'm like, yay, a new way to shop. I'm down for it. So my background was in film and television production. I was working in broadcast, so on the media side, but in a very different way. And I remember thinking when I was finishing my last role, which was with Expo, I remember thinking to myself, I always pre-loved shopping. It had been something which at that point, which is now a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
At that point, I was thinking to myself, you know, I love this world. It's what my passion is. I want to do something which is fun, which I'm passionate about, which is my day-to-day lifestyle. I didn't know how dangerous it would be.
Guys, Eeman is the Chanel queen. Like, literally, when I think of Chanel, I think of you. Like, it's crazy because like you should think of like Karl Lagerfeld or Coco Chanel, but I think of Eeman. So yeah, like this is your calling, I feel, in life. Like,
I love it. Yeah, I can't imagine like anything different. I feel when I reached out to you, I'd already been shopping with Luxury Promise.
Yeah, you were my like Eeman. So fun fact, Eeman was actually my client, and I remember you always used to handpick like selective like Chanel pieces. So we had been in touch before, but when you actually approached me again, I didn't realize that you were you. By the way, this is something you don't know. So I didn't realize that you were the Eeman that had shopped with us until after our first meeting in Expo.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so funny.
Yeah.
And I loved that meeting because it was like chilled. And I was thinking like, okay, I'm used to formal interviews. Let's get serious. And you're like, hey, what's up? Let's go have some shisha. I was like, I'm down.
This was,
Oh my goodness. It was so amazing. And I love that we really connected from that get-go. And I remember thinking to myself like, okay, this is a good decision. Like clearly the vibe was incredible.
Because it was a big switch for you, like going from such a different world to something like, it's like a risk as well that you took, I feel. Because going
different entirely.
Different, right?
But I've loved it. I've honestly like loved every moment of it, and I love working with you so much, like genuinely.
We have some fun together. Honestly, like I feel like it, you know, we do spend like the majority of our day at work, so you want to have fun, right?
Yeah.
And we do make it fun,
which doesn't happen too often. I feel like that's the thing we're lucky about, because I was thinking to myself, usually like I was used to, even though it was like a media background, which is exciting, you know, when you see the finished product of a film or a show, you're like, oh, that's awesome. But it's really, really serious.
Yeah.
Typically when you're on set or when you're doing a role with a corporate company, it's usually a lot more serious, which is not a bad thing. It's just kind of how things usually are. So to be able to really feel like I joined a place which I feel like I was just working alongside my passion, or for what my passion was, with such an incredible team. This is something that doesn't happen often.
I know. And I think this is like what you just said, like it's the passion I think that we all share.
Yeah.
And as much as like, yes, it's been like a lot of hard work, especially like over the last couple of years for me, I feel like I remember my first week at Luxury Promise, and the first year actually I was packing orders, DHL boxes, doing the way bills. You know, we literally started from ground zero, and when we decided to set up the office in Dubai, I literally was alone in the office for like a year. It was a tiny office, like a sardine can, which was freezing because the AC, it was central. And I would literally go with a hoodie to the office. We had 10 bags on our shelves. And I felt I was so busy back then. And now I'm like, what was I busy doing? You know, but it's so interesting, like how the business has evolved into what it is today. And, you know, it's amazing to have like-minded people who have joined the team, and you know, I just think it's amazing. We are in a great space, like,
Yeah.
and I'm really grateful for it. So yeah, I think, you know, everything happens for a reason, Eeman. Like, we met. I got a comment yesterday actually on my live show saying, "Where's Eeman? I love it when you guys are together doing
I love
the
it when
shows."
we're together. And I keep telling you, let's do more together.
We need to do more shows together. So let's take a deep dive into bags now. Let's talk bags.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
investments.
like investment pieces, because I feel like a lot of the times I know like we always say investment pieces, but I feel like let's just explain what we mean by the investment value of products. Because I mean, guys, I got roasted on my last TikTok because I was saying that did you see the comments? They were like,
I did, they were savage.
And I was liking them. Like, I love it. I love a bit of like negativity.
I live for it.
Because actually what I was saying was quite true. And a lot of people, it's funny to see, but a lot of people were like, no, but you should buy your house, you should buy property. But actually investing in a Birkin, a Kelly, a Rolex, these are all as liquid and as much of as an asset as a property, right?
That's so true. And how often can you say we see this and we talk about this and we try to kind of educate our clientele and our viewers about these points, but where do you see opportunities of making even up to 40-50% return on an investment?
100%.
If you're looking at, say, investing in a bank, then you're talking maybe 4% if you're looking at a good return, if you're putting your money just in a savings or at a bank. And then if you're looking even at, say, properties or the stock market, you know, you're looking at a good return, maybe 10%, maybe 20%. And these are maybes, you know, it depends. You really have to educate yourself with those markets, which fair enough, same with the luxury resale market, you have to educate yourself, right? And we try to help people with that. But we see really big opportunities. And like when we talk about, for example, Chanel bags, which are retailing for, say, a set amount, but they can find it on our platforms for half that. And then you look at the trajectory of how many years it might take to get a return on your investment. Some things, same day you could look at a return.
100%.
Sometimes you wait a few years. But I think, for example, I don't invest in other areas of investment, but I really do look at these pieces as investments. So to not consider that a valid choice, I feel like this is where people, maybe they're just not aware about how good of an opportunity it can be to shop smart. And that's what Pre-Loved is. It's shopping smart.
Yeah.
Because you can enjoy the products. If you're looking at it as an investment, you can pick the right pieces, give it some time, get a return on that, which you won't see in a lot of ways with other areas, or unless you know a different field. This is a fun place to invest.
I agree. And what's very funny, I'll just give an example. So when I joined Luxury Promise, like maybe late 2018, 2019, I was in the office with Sabrina. We got 3 mini Kellys in. And at the time they had just been released. It was like, you know, something new. So we got one in, oh my God, the colors were insane, like Vert Verone, an orange one, I don't remember exactly what color, and a blue one. And I remember we put the price to sell £8,000 each.
Don't say it.
£8,000 each was what we sold each one of them for.
I want to cry.
Right? Because the retail of them is like 6,000 or £6,000. So we sold each for like £8,500. And then I remember during lockdown, I was home and just checking the market prices and seeing a mini Kelly being sold for £20,000. And I was like, what is going on? Like, how? And this is just to show you, if you had bought that mini Kelly from us for £8,000, you can sell it today for £20,000. And
that's the minimum, right?
Yeah. And now it's up, you know, depending on the color. Obviously, you know, it's really key to understand also what, you know, dictates the resale prices. It's a color, it's hardware, it's leather. So also understanding that, but roughly now 25,000 is the going rate for a mini Kelly in the resale world. So just think of these things as, you know, I was shocked. My mind was blown. I was like, oh my God, I should have bought one of them back then. You know, I didn't know.
Oh my gosh. But
having that awareness, just educating our community and our audience in the sense that, yes, property is a great investment. Don't get me wrong, it is. But the ease that you can just sell your bag today and get 50, 60, 70%, sometimes even 100% return is just mind-blowing. And this is why, in my opinion, I think it's the best investment. And there was a lot of research, about how Birkins and Kellys have surpassed gold as an investment, has surpassed art as an investment because of how easy, liquid, and, hot pieces they are. So I think this is just great to kind of instill in people's minds. And that's the thing. We go on live shows, we have fun, but we also are trying to promote awareness around these topics, right?
I like also that we're like constantly seeing and making sure that we're educated with what's working and what's flowing. And it's nice to be able to share that because everyone deserves to know what works, and the fact that we both make it available and also offer the education element to our viewers is incredible. And I remember this is kind of how it was for me when I was watching the shows, even initially starting out, because I watched for quite some time, because up till like a year and a half ago when I joined, and I'm still watching. But just to keep getting that information, keep seeing what the market is interested in and what's working, it's a very fast-paced market as well. I feel like the trends do tend to change. So for us, we also have to keep up with, ourselves. We have to always study and do some more research. So we are also constantly learning. But again, I do feel like from what I try to see as a whole, I don't think the people actually understand the benefits of, shopping in the resale world. I guess for a while, coming into Dubai as well, there was a stigma I felt more than Europe or London or the US. Coming here and seeing how there was a stigma towards luxury resale shopping. I feel like everybody just wants something new, or we're used to the newness here in particular. Imagine Eid, you have to put on something new, or the whole area of shopping. Because I remember this, because when I started shopping pre-loved, I had some people even in my family tell me you're buying somebody else's bag. I'm look at the deal I'm getting. And then some of them, when I wanted to sell, they're like, you made how much profit?
Yeah.
What? Okay, tell me what I should get. I'm like, oh, really?
Now you want to get it.
Now you want to get it.
No, but seriously, and it also goes from the way of selling. I had a lot of people be like, please don't disclose that I'm selling. Obviously, we never do. We take our confidentiality very serious, but because it shows that I need the money. But I feel that finally the ice has broken, or the barriers have broken, and people are understanding the benefits of shopping in the resale world. Also, I think the major added value we have is the live shows, because it's very transparent. They can see them in real time. We do chat to everyone. So I feel like that's a major added value.
And that's the thing which you don't really see anywhere else. When you're shopping online, you want to be careful. I know, for example, just from the consumer side of it, when I'm looking to shop, not often, especially if you're shopping pre-loved, you want to know what you're getting, right? You want to know what you're paying for. And you don't fully get a picture of that the way you do on the live shows.
100%.
And I love that, people get to ask us, can I see the corner again? Or can you tell me more about so-and-so? You can't ask a typical online listing those questions.
And not just that, but I think it's very important to highlight the importance of the counterfeit market as well, as a whole, because you're shopping, you're spending, there are Instagram accounts set up, just overnight and selling, bags or jewelry pieces. And how do you know that they are authentic? I mean, this is a major issue that exists in the world we live in, the resale world we live in. And we really do take each and every item, even though now, our stock room is looking great and we have a lot of pieces, but we do take, our pieces very seriously and authentication very seriously.
Yeah, really rigorous process, which is so important.
I agree.
The counterfeit market, for so many reasons, is not even worth thinking about. And if you want to talk about some of those reasons, the way these products are made, dodgy, unethical, inhumane, no. If you're looking about value for money, because some people, their argument is well, I don't want to pay, say, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. I just want to pay, a few $100 if you're looking for a good fake. You're looking at even the $1,000 mark. But can you get your money back on that? Never. You would never get your money back on that counterfeit.
Yeah.
But you spend on the authentic piece. If you shop pre-loved, which we have such good deals, I was telling you, why wouldn't I want to get a Chanel classic flap for, say, maybe half even of what it would retail for? And then a few years down the line, sell it and make my money back.
Money back, yeah.
You're not losing your money that way. You know, when you're shopping pre-loved, you're literally just converting your currency. You're not losing your money. In fact, you're converting it and giving it an opportunity to just grow, as opposed to keeping it, you know, in a bank account or even spending it. It's wasting to shop counterfeit.
Yeah.
And it's truly like investment when you're shopping pre-loved.
I agree 100%. So this is why, like, I think raising that awareness, not just in the form of like how, you know, to monetize from your items, but also, you know, making sure that you are checking and you are not, you know, because I've had, unfortunately, a lot of people bought some items that were not authentic, and then what can you do? You can't do anything, and you're stuck with it, and it's like, it's really like, it's really sad. So I think we have such a robust platform offering so much, and that's why being part of Luxury Promise is so great. Like, I love it every day. I love being part of this whole journey that we're in, and it's great to see like how our community is even growing. So I wanted to ask you one question.
Oh, okay.
If you were to pick one luxury, if you only had one luxury item to pick for, like, you could only take one with you, like you're going to an island and you're stranded, but you had one luxury item to take with you, I don't know, like, what would you pick, Eeman?
I would take my mini Kelly.
Oh my God, the cray one.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Can I tell you why?
Why?
Because if someone found me and clearly I don't have anything else because I'm stranded on this island, I can sell that and at least have something to live off of.
Smart girl. I was a bit like, what? She didn't say Chanel, but now I get it.
I was thinking, good. What do I have? That's like my most solid investment.
This is very good girl math, I have to say.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good girl math.
Logic.
I think I would definitely take, I don't know, actually, like, my bracelets, I wouldn't want to take them off. I'll be like, they're stuck on me.
Well, to be fair, if you're going, they're not coming off. You wear those every day.
So I think, like, I don't know why, like, recently I've really been into jewelry more. I've never been really like a jewelry girl, but now I feel like I am. So I think jewelry, maybe like a Van Cleef bracelet or a Cartier bracelet. Because even so, like, the money is still there. Maybe not as, like, as a mini Kelly, but it's still there.
With the amount of pieces you wear, it's there.
It's there.
You know what's interesting? Ever since you got, I feel, engaged even.
Yeah.
I see slight like shifts in the pieces you're going for and choosing.
I'm changing. Like don't you feel though your
I think
style...
you're elevating. I don't think you're changing. I think you're elevating.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to use that. But don't you feel like every year, like your style does tend to change? Like I was someone who, for example, I'm not a pink girl. Like I've never been one, but now I'm like, ooh, it's so cute. It's pink. And then I'm like, wait, who am I? Like, why did I just say that? You know?
I do think that, I don't know. Have you noticed in the last year and a half a change with me?
I have.
You saw me in joggers for the first time.
I saw you in joggers and I was like, Eeman, are you okay? Is there something you want to tell me?
But you know, like I really love that style. I always have.
I've just never seen you in joggers ever. This was my first time. Guys, her joggers were Hermes, so I mean, even then it's like bougie.
Oh my gosh. I feel like you met me. I feel there have been moments in my life which have affected my style. Since I became a mom, I noticed a transition in my style, just based on my comfort, what makes me feel like I look good, but still comfortable. And I've had moments like that, you know, maybe job transitions, or I get to dress up a lot for this job. So I appreciate it. That's why you see me usually in like these dresses and all these like accessories. It's, I think it fits the role, no?
I agree. I mean, I love the fact that we get to dress up for work.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of my friends who work for more like corporate jobs, like they're like, we can't wait for the weekend to dress up. I'm like, what? We dress up every day.
It's like I might be in my pajamas on the weekend, actually.
Yeah, seriously. It's like a flip.
Yeah.
But no, it's really exciting, I guess, for us because we get to glam up
But I love this even, for example, like what you guys are seeing right now. This is genuine, like how we would come into work situation.
Yeah.
I love you're in your Miu Miu top and all your accessories, and I love it. And today I'm just like, what should I wear? And I was like, okay, let me put on one of my Versace dresses. Like typically
I remember when you got this dress. I do remember. It's so nice. It's so flattering.
But you know, it's like, because we can.
And the thing is, Eeman and I have very different styles, but somehow, like, I love it.
I love your style.
No, I love your style too, but I love that we have the different styles because, again, I guess, you know, we do connect with different people and we do have, like you're all about, like, I remember one day, I think it was like 6 months into your, like, I think it was, you had been with us for 6 months and you came literally dripping in Chanel. And I was like, whoa, like the choker, the earrings, the 24 karat gold. She was literally like worth, I don't know how much. Like that day you were like bracelets. Like,
I love it.
It was quite like really cool. And I was like, oh my God, Eeman. And you're like, yeah. I mean, I don't need a reason.
I don't talk like that.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you do. But like I think that persona of like, I'm going to be dripping in 24 karat gold Chanel jewelry today, and I love it. I love it.
Mood, yeah.
I love it. And everyone's style is so different in the company. You have Grace, you have Sophie, you have Viv and Jessie and Lima. Like I love how we all have individual styles, and we see how people connect to our styles, you know, differently. So it's really, really interesting.
I love it when we do shows too. How sometimes people will say, "Can Eeman try something?" or "Can Joanna try something?" And how even when it comes down to like selling certain pieces, people can tell when you're connected to what you're selling as well. And that's why I feel like when we build our shows, when we showcase certain things, people gravitate to the pieces that you pick for your shows because they're like, oh yeah, that is her style. And I connect with that. And I feel the same when I do my shows and even when we watch anyone else's shows. And that's another really fun thing about the live shows I love. I keep going back to actually working and doing the live shows to when I'm watching them because I still do love watching them. I'll still go and like get pulled in by the girls, say in London or in Singapore and things like this, because it's nice to see different perspectives or different styles showing you things, because it gives you also ideas of like, okay, maybe I can try that, or oh, that goes with my style. I like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it's really nice to have like that differences. And we are such a diverse team. We all come from different walks of life. I personally grew up in Africa, so I was born in London, and then I grew up for the first like till I was 13 in Nigeria, which was again very different, right? So like then moved to like my hometown, Lebanon. So lots of moving and, you know, the exposure to the different styles, to the different everything, like just the diversity. And then moving to a company which also is quite diverse. We all have lived in different places, been like you, Eeman came to the office the other day with this Tupperware of like, what was it called? Balalit.
If you know, you know. It's like an Emirati breakfast.
I've been in Dubai for 5 years.
You never tried it. I was shocked. No one in the office had. I was like, what is happening?
But it was so yummy. It had like saffron and it tasted really nice. And I was like, how cool is this? You know, like, and then Adrian is bringing in some food from the Philippines. Like, it's really cool to have this diversity within the office. And I think that's what we really like excel in as a whole. Like we do, you know, offer like differences, and I love it. I think that's what makes us really special as a whole, in general.
Yeah, I agree. When you're thinking of like, for example, what we bring to the shows, like here with some of the abayas and dresses, Vivian with her like K-beauty and all that stuff. It's really fun, actually.
I don't know. I mean, I cannot wait for the next stages. I hope I'll be less cringy, because honestly, there is some footage of me on the website being so cringe, and it's going to haunt me. I feel like
you're driving people to it now.
They're not going to find it. It's like super like dug
deep.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm so excited for what's more to come with us, because it's always exciting. It's always fun. We are planning a few projects here in Dubai. So we're going to be, you know, popping up in certain places. So it doesn't stop. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're really excited again
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Love you. No, I do agree. I think the opportunities there are, because we're so there, just like facing the customer, facing the crowd, the audience. We grow with them, we evolve with them, and then we kind of just, when it comes to luxury, when it comes to fashion, there's no stop to it, there's no end to it. It's a constant evolution.
That's true.
And getting to be a part of that as a whole and then take our perspective on it or put our take on it is really exciting.
I agree. I mean, again, back to like my first live shows, I remember we were still testing them out. And, you know, there's a lot of frustration that comes with something that's new, that you're like, oh, like, it's not going to work. It's never going to work. And Sabrina's like, no, keep going. Consistency, perseverance. And I remember my first 2 live shows, I had like 3 viewers. And I was so like sad. I was like, no one wants to watch me, Sabrina. I'm really horrible at this. I had 3 viewers, one of which was Cheryl because she's moderating me. So there's 2 viewers. And I was like, you know, it's never going to work, Sabrina. And she was like, no, we need to continue. Just keep going. You're doing great. And that kind of motivation and push to like continue. And, you know, growing now to like sometimes seeing over like 100, 200 people watching our shows and connecting with people, knowing them on first basis, like name basis.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to London next week, and I've already like, you know, been in touch with some of our community members. I'm going to be seeing them for a coffee, which is so nice, right? Like we have friends from all over the world now.
Yeah, we do.
So it's really nice. It's amazing.
I do think one of my favorite moments was, I think the first time I really experienced it was during the headquarters opening in London that we went to.
That was amazing.
And getting to connect with so many community members. That was such a highlight in my life, getting to actually put faces to the names that we see on our shows.
They get to see us, but we never get to see them.
And it was so sweet, like seeing... You can imagine like when people are chatting with you, especially seeing like feeling their energy off the chats, we imagine kind of like what this person is like. And we do, because we care so much about the community. And getting to see that come through in person, that's why I really always look forward to meeting any chance to meet community members is always so, I think, fun and exciting.
Actually, we are going to be hosting a dinner here in Dubai. So I've been in touch with some amazing also community members that live here. So we're going to be hosting one soon. And I'm super excited for that because it's just a nice, you know, way to connect again and talk about what we love the most, which is handbags, jewelry.
It's always the topic of conversation.
I love it.
Yeah, same.
I love it.
I never imagined that my hobbies would become my 24/7.
I know, right? It's amazing. And I think the fact that we have been able to find our true calling, like for me, I know this is what I was destined to be doing. And I'm really excited to see what else is going to unfold, because every year things change and it gets more exciting. And now I remember, honestly, genuinely, I came to the office in the Bulgari Hotel in London, and it was me and Sabrina's sister, and we didn't have anyone. And then now we're like a team of almost 50 people, amazing people. It's just incredible. So let's see what's more to come. I'm really excited. So I think, I'm really excited we got to do this together. This is just one episode in our series. We will be doing some more podcasts. Hopefully we'll have some amazing guest hosts as well.
Yeah.
Really excited.
Same.
Thank you, Eeman.
Thank you, Joanna.
We'll see you guys again soon.
I told you it was debate.
أنا أتعلم العربية.
The first Emirati I've ever met.
You don't just buy bags, like you actually invest in just not that many, but just 7.
I didn't feel as comfortable carrying some of my pieces.
Rumors going around that like Paris is the best place to score these bags.